Hi everyone and welcome to my video review of a town called Panormas in the Greek island of Crete.
Now, if you're anything like me, when it comes to booking a family holiday away in the sun, you spend a good amount of time looking through different locations and spending hours online watching videos, just trying to get the feel of a place before you book. After doing this for many years, I thought, why not try and create a guide that covers all the information I try to find online? So here is my first attempt at just that on the Daddy's family trip to Panormas in June 2025. Panormus is a small town on Crete's popular north coast, just down the road from Rethymno. There are three small beaches, and due to the large amount of shops and tavernas, we found it suitable for those not wanting to hire a car while on holiday. There's also a small harbour where you can go out for trips on a small fishing boat. The weather was fantastic, we had wall-to-wall sunshine throughout the entire 10 nights. Now, before we get into it, a few basics. This is a Greek island holiday, and like the majority of Greek islands, there are a few things to remember. When using the toilets, nothing can be flushed down the toilet itself and instead has to be put into the bins next to the loos. If staying in a villa, it's a good idea to check on how frequently these are emptied, especially if you don't want to be emptying them yourselves. Don't drink the tap water. Bottled water is incredibly cheap, so just make sure you have plenty of bottles to hand. Similar to other Greek islands, there are cats everywhere you look. It is best practice not to share your food with them, even when they stare longingly at your plate of grilled prawns. Rethymnon is the closest large town, and although you can get a bus fare, we opted to get a taxi, costing us €45 each way for a large taxi for 5 of us and €30 for the 3 of us. Rethymnon has an incredibly long beach along with a beautiful Venetia harbour full of tavernas. There is also a lovely old town with plenty of shops and restaurants. We especially enjoyed the croissants at God's Gift. It's well worth a day trip if you're staying in Panormas. So, on to Panormas, and starting with the two main beaches. The further west of the two beaches was the busier. This is probably due to the beach being at the end of a walkway down from the Marine Palace complex, a large village-style resort offering all-inclusive rooms, restaurants, pools, and even a water park. We didn't stay here, but we do have to say it looked like a good setup, and certainly wouldn't rule staying out here another time. The beach has a large amount of sun loungers, but they did fill up, so worth getting down early in the morning. It also has toilets, changing cubicles, and showers. The eastern beach was much quieter, and is where we spent the majority of our time. This beach also has plenty of sun loungers, available at a rate of €10 per pair. The beach has a toilet out the back of the taverna, along with a shower. There is also a handy hose pipe on the edge of the beach to help you get sand out your toes. The taverna sells a selection of traditional Greek dishes, along with drinks and ice creams, and definitely worth stopping in for a quick lunch. The sand quality was excellent on both beaches, although it is helpful to have a pair of flip-flops as the sand is on the darker side and does get rather hot in the midday sun. As expected from a Greek island in the southern part of the Aegean Sea, the water quality is absolutely fantastic with a beautiful blue colour and is incredibly clear. Although the beach is very sandy, you will still see a few smaller fish, and you don't have to snorkel far on the rocky sides of the beach to see a lot more fish, and even a turtle or two. It is worth noting that there is Poseidon grass present. This forms an important part of the ecosystem, however it can get whipped up by the waves and at times can be visible along the water's edge. The beach has a very gradual slope which is fantastic for families and allows you to walk a long distance from the water's edge without getting too deep. There is also a town beach by the harbour, which does not have sun loungers and is used mainly by the locals. This beach is also sandy and is close to a lot of the tavernas. The standout for me when visiting Panormas was the amount of lovely Greek tavernas to choose from when eating out. Now, we stayed for 10 nights and managed to eat out somewhere different each night. All of our meals were fantastic, however I would give a special mention to Castro's, which provided some lovely fresh meat and even tempted me into trying the snails. Akira was a standout in a fantastic location and serving up a good choice of fresh fish. They also had a lovely local beer to wash it down with. The town has a lovely feel to it, especially in the evenings when all the tavernas are serving their food out to the tables along the street. bringing with it an incredible smell of food and the buzz of people enjoying both their meals and the company of friends and family. We were lucky to be there on a night when there was a parade through the streets with some traditional dancing, which was great to see and went through the whole town. Other things to note, there is a land train and a horse and cart to help you get around from some of the larger complexes. There are plenty of supermarkets around, which makes it super helpful for those wanting to hire a villa. And as always, if travelling with kids, we have found that the Greek locals are truly amazing with the younger family members, always going out their way to accommodate them. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please do click the like and follow button to help share this video further, and join me on my next review of Pythagoria on the Greek island of Samos.